Well, when we were 1-5, he was adamant about saying, "I believe in what we're doing here, and I believe in this team." And he's like, "It doesn't just turn off, you know." And I was very appreciative of that. I believed in that as well. It was my message to the team, But I think he's also recognizes that as of late, there's a different sense of what it takes to win and what it takes to commit. And so we've all had to push hard, starting with myself. I've had to, when we were in down moments, I had to look at myself and figure out how to keep pushing and get this thing going, and then demand a lot out of the players. And I think the players have really upped the standard as well. So standards and demands, that's what this business is about, and oftentimes redefining them or understanding them in different ways. So it makes the business challenging, but what makes it a lot of fun and rewarding. So, but again, Oliver had the utmost support, especially in the toughest times, which means a lot, and that's what I think leaders are about.
Noah Rayleigh in training today didn't look like, and Sean Wright-Phillips, is there an update on him?
Yeah, Sean Wright's better than we thought. We think he's hopefully day to day. But much better than we thought.
What is the injury?
It's a hamstring injury.
Okay.
And then Aurelian's fine. We're just giving him an extra day after the turf, but he'll be in training tomorrow and available for the weekend.
You've been a coach on the national stage, and now what does it mean for U.S. soccer and U.S. soccer fans to be able to see their team go up against a team like Argentina and see their team go up against players like Messi and Di Maria?
Well, in general, to start with, I think it's been an overwhelmingly successful tournament, and the team has managed to find ways to get results, even when it's been hard. There have been tough moments or moments that have been a little bit hairy. But, watching Clint Dempsey and the belief he has in himself and now in tough moments, how I know him and how I can always expect him in the toughest moments to be ready to make big plays. That's been fun to watch. I think Michael Bradley's just harbored a lot of the workload and been organized and clean and clear and covered ground, been hard to play against. And then the back line, I think, has solidified itself. And specifically Brooks and Cameron, I think that they've both taken care of things, made very few mistakes, won their battles. Those are all things that I think if you can get the spine of your team. Yeah, and then you'd throw Brad Guzan in there too, and he's been very good. So when you get the spine of your team right, you always give yourself a chance to compete and win games. So that's been fun to watch, and certainly going against Argentina, I think they have a really good chance. They've proven that in certain games that they can take some pressure, but then be very good on the counter, and I think that's what Argentina will look like. So I think that the U.S. will be able to operate in its comfort zone and have a good chance of getting a result.
You talk about Clint Dempsey being such an important piece, but that means he'll be missing out.
Yeah.
When you guys play Seattle this weekend, how does his absence change things for you guys?
Well, they've played enough already without him that they'll know how to handle it. I think that means Jordan Morris will play up high. Valdez will be back in their group, so I think he'll feature. Kovar's done a really good job this year, and then Evenschitz has been very good. So, obviously, Clint's a big piece to their team, but they're very good without him. We'll know that it'll be a tough game. Seattle, over the past 6 years, has been a very good club and a very good team, and we had a really good game against them there last year. We'll want to, I think, in all ways put together a good performance and keep our momentum going in the right direction.
How important is Sasha going to be for the second half of the season?
Yeah, Sasha is, I think, hugely important. And, when we were struggling, we weren't really able to get him into the spots that are important and are dangerous. And when we've been successful, we've been able to get him the ball and now let him dictate the pace of the game and how to put things together on the attacking end of the field. I thought even in the Rochester game, he really controlled things, was very sharp on a tough field to play on. He was clean, he was clear, he was dangerous, he was effective. So Sasha is a big part of our success. And it really, it's partly we need to get Sasha going, and it's partly that the pieces around Sasha need to be sharp in order for him to be effective. So it's a mutually important relationship. But, I think in many ways we have a lot of guys right now that are focused and clear as to what it's going to take to be successful.
With Kamar likely out, is that going to be Bill Yu there or Connor Lay, do you think? Or who's
So Kamar got hernia surgery, so he's out 4 to 6 weeks. We just felt like it was, with his abductor strain being a longer timetable, that it was time to go get everything repaired. So we'll be missing him. And then, Connor now plays a big role in that Justin Bilyeu. So it was good to get Justin some minutes against Rochester. Thought he performed really well. He's had a good year with USL Pro as well. So, we'll have to rely on both of those guys now to step up. With Connor, listen, I don't doubt that he'll be up for the challenge in every way, and he's established himself with his team over the years, but for sure this year, I think he was a big reason why we were able to climb ourselves out of a big hole in the beginning, was just his overall competitive will. So it's always good to have Connor on the field, no doubt.